This is what to watch on Wall Street for Wednesday, September 16th. The Republican presidential debate will likely be a hot topic as we await the Fed's decision on whether to raise interest rates. But before the showdown starts, we'll get some important global economic data when transportation giant FedEx releases its latest quarterly results before the bell. For the first quarter of fiscal year 2016, analysts are expecting the transportation company to earn $2.45 a share on revenue of nearly $12 billion. That's up from the $2.12 a share on revenue of $11.7 billion reported a year earlier. Over the next 5 years, FedEx is expected to grow annually earnings at 15%. The Street's Jim Cramer said he is looking out for FedEx earnings tomorrow.
FedEx gives you the absolute best kind of economic worldview because the CEO is an economist and they report tomorrow.
Other companies set to release earnings before the bell. Country-style restaurant Cracker Barrel will show us its latest financial results, and tech giant Oracle will provide the quarterly numbers after the bell. Let's turn to the economic calendar. The much-anticipated Federal Reserve's two-day meeting will begin tomorrow, and we'll get the Consumer Price Index at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. For August, economists are expecting no change due to low gas prices. Economists say even a 0.2% increase would not likely affect the Fed's decision on interest rates. Then at 10, we get the Housing Market Index, which is expected to stay at 61, showing strong home builder sentiment. Finally, the Republican debate will begin at 8 p.m. Eastern. For the latest financial news and updates from Wall Street, check back on TheStreet.com throughout the day. I'm Valerie Young in New York. This is what to watch on Wall Street for the week ahead. It's likely to be an interesting week as we await the Fed's decision on whether to raise interest rates and the Republican presidential debate. But Tuesday will start off this week getting numbers on consumer spending when August retail sales are released. Also coming out that day are industrial production numbers, providing some insight on the manufacturing sector. On Wednesday, expect to see some fireworks at the Republican presidential debate in California, where 11 candidates will square off. Donald Trump is leading in the polls with Ben Carson second, Jeb Bush third, and Carly Fiorina's recent popularity helped her join the debate. Be prepared for a showdown. Also Wednesday, the much-anticipated Federal Reserve's two-day meeting will begin. The world is waiting to see if interest rates will increase this month. The Consumer Price Index will also be released, a strong indicator of inflation, one of the factors used by the Fed to determine interest rates. The Housing Market Index and the Treasury International Capital, which measures foreign demand for U.S. debt and assets, is set to come out that day as well. On Thursday, the Fed will hold a press conference to announce their decision and economic forecast. We'll also get housing starts and jobless claims on Thursday. More companies are set to release their quarterly earnings. Wednesday, Cracker Barrel, FedEx, and Oracle will show us how they did in their latest quarter. Thursday, Adobe Systems and Rite Aid will come out with earnings. And that wraps up the week. And for the latest financial news and updates on Wall Street, check back on TheStreet.com throughout the week. I'm Valerie Young in New York.